I guess there's no pre-net because Top's in Wisconsin there. And AWR.
I was kind of getting worried I was on the wrong frequency. I'm glad you said something there, Romy. KE5NGM. We'll get started in a bit.
I wasn't sure either. The net logger's up for what it's worth.
Yeah, having a little net logger issue, but finally got it ironed out. KI5NXR.
Thanks, Tiffany, for running it. I know that's a thankless job. Something that my mind can't seem to handle.
Right?
I tried to type something into the almost instant messenger, and it was kind of acting up. It told me it couldn't send in standby mode.
I think you'll have to quit that net and go back and choose it again from the monitors list.
Okay, thank you.
I just typed in test and all is well over here. And in fact, let's go ahead. My clock, I've got 8 o'clock. And good evening, everyone. This is Kilo Echo 5, November Golf Mike. Is the frequency in use? All right, not hearing anything. I am Trey, and this is the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. We meet every Friday at 8 p.m. on 146.580. This is a directed net, and I will call for check-ins county by county. Mike KF5VSP has a well-deserved evening off, and I am going to be your fill-in host here. Before we kick things off, some information on the extra things we have running on the net. There are 2 listen-in frequencies, 145.310, that is out of Weatherford, and 444.925 from the Chalk Mountain repeater. Tyler, WZ5TX, makes those available for us, and they do make the net more enjoyable, especially for folks like me who have trouble out to the west, too many hills out that way. I also provide a YouTube stream from my location in southwest Tarrant County. If you're outside of the aforementioned repeaters, just search North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net or my call sign KE5NGM, and it should pop up. For those watching tonight, I'll be able to chat a little bit, but I'll have some other things going on, so I may not be as engaged as normal. Tiffany's running net logger. I appreciate that, like I was saying a little bit earlier. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to call for the first round of check-ins, and this is going to be newly licensed, new to the net, or upgrades. And I think we might even have one. I think I might have a plant out there. So let's see what we got.
November 5, Oscar X-ray Yankee.
All right, N5, Oscar X-ray Yankee. I believe that is Tim, and you're up there in Bedford. And why don't you tell us about what station you're running up there?
Sure, yeah, I have a Diamond antenna, very similar to the one that you have for 2 meters. And I'm running a Yaesu FT-991A as my QTH station.
Well, good deal there, Tim. Thanks for stopping by, and yeah, that setup sounds pretty good. I think I know that one. So yeah, the Yaesu 991A and the Diamond antenna. About what height do you have that up at?
That's something I want to improve on. Right now, it's only maybe about 25 feet, and that might be pushing it. It's probably closer to 20. I want to get an extra 10 feet on it somehow, but right now it's stuck to a galvanized pipe that used to mount a satellite dish when I bought the house, but I've never had satellite, so I took the dish off and put the Diamond on it, and so far it's done pretty good, but there's a few people, especially up near northwest Tarrant County, that I can't reach too well, so I want to get an extra 10 feet and see if I can't hear them better. But right now, that's the only upgrades I'm planning. Thanks for inviting me to the net and for letting me check in. N50XY.
Well, good deal, Tim. I appreciate it, and I'm going to clear with you, and then let's start our county by county check in, unless there's any, or let me check, see if there's any other newly licensed upgrades to the net. Come now. And before I forget to mention it, I've got hopefully a couple of relay stations out there. I've already got Romy NAWWR lined up to the north. Might get, I can't ever remember Gary down there in Waxahachie's call sign. It'll come to me here in a minute. Hopefully he's on board. And then Wiley WC down there. Are you with us this evening?
Cape Time WXY, Terry.
Clear as could be. WXY. Why can't I remember that? So easy. Well, I didn't hear any new upgrades, so I'm going to start out in, let's start with Parker County. Keep things a little bit normal. Parker County, come with your calls now.
Whiskey 5, Bravo, November, Kilo.
November 5, Fox Papa Delta. Kilo 5, Kilo Mike Sierra. This is Ken over in Aledo.
Kilo Golf 5, Sierra, Quebec, Juliet, Bob.
KI5 NXR.
Zulu Victor Andrew.
K5 Delta, Charlie.
All right, let's run that list that we've got there. I got W5BNK. That's Walt over there in Springtown. He was coming in good this evening. And then N5, I believe it's N5 Fox Papa Delta, according to Tiffany and NetLogger. That's Wayne over there in Weatherford. And then I've got K5KMS. KG5SQJ, that's Bob. I've got Tiffany, KI5NXR, and then there was what I wrote down as a Zulu Victor station, but I didn't catch the first part of it.
You had Kilo November 6, Lima Zulu Victor, Tiffany's got.
All right, good deal. I've got it down now. I've got you in the list. And then last but not least, K5DC. Any other Parker County stations wish to check into the net? No other Parker County stations, so I'm going to move out a little bit further to the west to Palo Pinto County, and I may need some relay help, but let's see what we can scare up out there. Palo Pinto, come now. All right, didn't hear anything from Palo Pinto. Do the relays have anything? Tiffany, Bob, y'all pick anything up? All right, didn't hear anything. Let's move down to Erath County. Erath County, anybody wish to check into the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net? Come with your call now. Somebody was there, but I couldn't pick them up. They were a little bit weak on me. Do I have a relay, or you want to try it one more time?
Kilo India Oscar Sierra.
KK5 Oscar Sierra. Okay, I heard you that time, and I think that's David in Bluffdale. Thanks for checking in. Were there any other Erath County stations that I missed? All right, let's see if they can hear me out there in Eastland County. Eastland County check-ins, come with your call now. All right, I didn't hear anybody out of Eastland. I don't think we have a lot of propagation this evening, so we're going to circle back around to them. I'll make a general call later, and maybe we can pick them up. If I didn't have any luck in Eastland, I'm probably not going to have any luck in Stevens, but I'm going to call them out anyway. Anybody in Stevens, and I'll tell you what, we'll combine that with Comanche County. So Comanche, Stevens, come with your call now. Oh, we've hit a streak of no contacts here. I'm getting nervous. Let's head up to Young County. I've got that next on my list. Let's see if anybody's in Young County this evening that wishes to check in. All right, I'm going to move it back in a little bit local here so that we don't run everybody off with dead air. How about Hood County this evening? Anybody want to check into the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net? I know we've got some Hood County.
Kilo 5, Lima, Quebec. K5, Echo Sierra Victor, Clayton.
Kilo India 5, November, Yankee Bravo.
Kilo India 5, Delta Victor.
Dallas, standby.
All right, I'm going to run that list there. I heard Kelton, KK5LQ. You were in here nice and strong. And then E5ESV. I think that is Clayton down there. And then the next station that I've got is K5BY or NYB. Is that correct?
Kilo India 5, November, Yankee Bravo.
November Yankee Bravo. Okay, perfect. And that is Don down there in Granbury. And then, let's see, the other two stations were kind of weak on me, but I think it was KI5UDV. And then I'm not sure about the last one. Could you repeat your call?
Kilo 5, Bravo, Yankee, Foxtrot.
I think it's a Bravo Yankee Foxtrot station. Does anybody else have a better copy on that station?
Roger, it's K5BYF, Bravo Yankee Foxtrot.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. We got them in the log. Did I miss anybody else out of Hood County? All right, let's move down to Somerville County. check-ins for the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Come now.
Whiskey 5 Kilo Bravo Tango.
Well, there's Kelly down there in Glenrose, Whiskey 5 Kilo Bravo Tango. And then let's move down to Bosque County. Do we have any Bosque County check-ins?
Relay.
Did I hear a relay there?
Yes, sir. KI5NXR KF5VSP is checking in from Eastland County.
Well, I think I know him. I'm glad we got him in the log, and I'm glad he made it to you there. Mike, if you can hear me, hopefully the net's going well, and hopefully things are going well for you out there in Eastland, and we'll circle back. Hopefully things are a little bit more propagation friendly here in a little bit. But that's a good catch. I'm glad we got you in there. Let's move over to Hill County next. Hill County check-ins for the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net.
Lima Whiskey, John, Lake Whitney, Texas.
I think the Lake Whitney station was there. That's John, WW5LW. And anybody else in Hill County? All right, having heard none, let's move over to Ellis County. I think we have an Ellis County station that I'm going to get the call right one of these days.
Yeah, K5WXY on the vertical.
Gary, if you don't mind, can you put out a call to your southeast for those counties down there? That'd be, I guess, Navarro, Kaufman, Henderson, Freestone, Limestone, Van Zant, all of those places.
Well, I've been pointing south and I haven't heard anything, but I'll give it a try on the beam. Well, Trey, I heard W5KFX down in Mahia, and then I lost him.
Well, if you had him, that's all that counts. That's a good deal. And I had you were breaking the squelch on the back of the beam, but I don't think it was lined up quite right for me to hear everything. Did you get anybody else down there?
I may have a correction on the call sign. Did somebody give me a correction on the call sign? Okay, I'm sorry. What's the call again, sir? Okay, we weren't calling for Dallas, but that's okay. Trey, we got W5XJ out of Dallas.
All right, we picked up W5XJ out of Dallas, and then Keith, your new call sign, is it Whiskey 5 Kilo Fox X-Ray? Net logger confirmed, so I'm going to take that as a yes. And speaking of, thank you, Gary. I appreciate your help. That was K5WXY, Gary in Waxahachie, a big help off to the east. And we're going to clear with him, and then we're going to move up to, I'm going to go ahead and give a call to Dallas County, but Romy, I'm going to have you write down the check-ins and then also give a call here in just a bit. Dallas County, come with your call now. Well, Romy, I didn't hear anything, so why don't you give him a holler?
Good evening. This is November 8 Whiskey Romeo, assisting net control with the North Central Texas Simplex net. I'm looking for check-ins to the east of me. That would be Dallas County, Coffin County, Rockwall County, Collin County, Eastern Denton County. If that fits your criteria, if you can hear my voice, please come down with your call sign phonetically, your name and location. N8WWR. Grapevine.
Kilo 8 Alpha Mike Hotel, Aaron in Little Elm.
Okay, I got Alpha 5, Alpha Hotel, Robert and Richardson. We got K8 AMH, that's Aaron in Little Elm. There was another station in there in the noise. You want to try it again? Got the preamp on now. I didn't have it on before. Anybody out east copy that station?
Romy, I got my beam pointing. He was just breaking the squelch.
Alright, that station, can you try it again? That's trying to check in. And Aaron AMH, let me see if you can pull him in. Thank you. I don't think that's him. He's blowing my doors off. K5WRR, we got you in there. Was there anybody else trying to check into the North Central Texas Simplex net? Thank you, Aaron.
Romy, I could have swore I copied a K5WTT.
Is there a K5WTT on the other side of in Flower Mound trying to check in? If so, please come down. It's probably the WRR you heard, Gary. That'd be too much of a coincidence. All right, Trey, I got K5WRR up in Plano. That is Bob in Plano, K5WRR. And then the two previous I gave you. That's all I could reel in. I think there's somebody else in there in the noise, but I don't know. NAWWR.
Well, that's a good group there, Romy. And then we got you, NAWWR. That's Romy, but we'll get to you in Tarrant County here. Coming up next, Alpha 5 Alpha Hotel, K8 Alpha MH. And then we have Bob, K5WRR. All right. Thank you, Romy. We'll clear with Dallas County, and then how about let's try Tarrant County this evening. I know that we've got some folks there. This is KE5NGM with North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Come with your call now.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Uniform Sierra Yankee.
Kilo India 5, Hotel X-Ray Kilo.
Kilo Foxtrot 5, Delta Lima Foxtrot. Kilo India 5, Yankee Fox Uniform.
November 5, Tango X-Ray Lima.
November 8, Whiskey Romeo.
Kilo Golf 5, Whiskey X-Ray Uniform.
KB5WB.
Kilo Fox 5, Romeo Hotel India.
All right, let's see if I can run that list and if I've got everything right. WA5USY, that's Mike up kind of in the northwest area. Then I have got, let's see, KI5 DLF, I believe, or did I get the prefix right?
Kilo Foxtrot 5.
KF5DLF. And then I also got Keith, KI5HXK in there. Then there was a station that had a carrier but no audio. And then I picked up KI5YFU. Then I picked up Jason N5TXL, Romy N8WWR. Picked up KG5WX. Either U or V, I can't read my own writing. Can you confirm what the last is? One more time, my speaker didn't kick in quick enough.
Kilo Golf 5, Whiskey X-Ray Uniform.
KG5 Whiskey X-Ray Uniform. I think I got that right. And then we got KB5WB up there by Bell Helicopter. And then KF5RHI. Did I miss anybody or get anybody incorrect here in Tarrant County?
Kilo Juliet 5, Bravo Papa Victor.
All right, picked up KJ5, Bravo Papa Victor. And then I think there might have been another station that was there to start with. Did I miss them?
Delta Mike Echo.
All right, got N3DME, Dave in there. And then there was another station, but I don't know if it had any audio. Try it one more time. Yep, you're a good 20 over, but no audio. Anybody else have a copy?
Same copy as you, brother. NAWR.
Oh well, Mike drop.
Well, we heard oh well.
Yeah, try it again. I think you got it fixed up now.
5 Kilo Tango.
Okay, I got Kilo Tango. Try it one more time.
Alpha 5 Kilo Tango. My audio still messed up?
It's kind of scratchy, but I got it. That's Alpha 5 Kilo Tango. Then you drop back on us. So I know that feeling. You're going to have to jiggle the wire, I guess, a little bit. Any other Tarrant County stations?
Kilo Juliet 5, Alpha Juliet Oscar.
All right, I think that was Kilo Juliet 5, Kilo Juliet Oscar. Is that correct? And tell me your name, sir.
Alpha Juliet Oscar, it's John in Fort Worth.
AJO, John, I think I might have even talked to you before. I apologize for getting it wrong. You see why I don't run NetLogger. I can't get it written down quick enough. Any other Tarrant County stations?
Kilo Delta 9, Echo Papa Victor, Gina, Grapevine.
I think you might be related to somebody else up there in Grapevine. Did I get your call right as KD9 Echo Papa Victor?
Yep, that's right. KD9 EPV.
89 EPV. All right. Thank you, Gina. I appreciate you checking in. Any other Tarrant County stations? I'm going to keep calling as long as we get them. All right, I guess we ran out there. Let's move down to Johnson County. I don't think I've called Johnson County yet. 2-meter Simplex net, North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Come with your call, Johnson County.
Whiskey India 5, Mike Romeo Whiskey.
All right, that's Mike Romeo Whiskey. That's you're down there, WI5MRW. You're down in, I know Johnson County, kind of off the Chisholm Trail, kind of Godly area, if I'm not mistaken.
Roger, roger. About halfway between Godley and Joshua, here off of FM 917.
Know the area well, and you've got me, or I've got you rather, full scale. So doing a good job. Any other Johnson County check-ins?
K9 Mike Kilo.
All right, was that K9 Mike Kilo?
That's correct, Trey. Name is Mike. We're in rural Grandview, about 3 miles northwest of the city.
Well, good deal. All right, thank you, Mike, down there in Grandview. And good to have you checked in to the net. Any other Johnson County stations? All right, let's go ahead and move up to Denton County stations. And Romeo, I may need you again.
That's right, Top's gone too. He usually gets that part. Anybody in Denton County for the Simplex net, NAWWR. I think we got our lone wolf there, Aaron, NAWWR.
Well, all right, we'll take it. And I'm going to next call for Wise and Jack combined. We don't have Top, like Romy said up there. But he's with us on YouTube. I see him in there in the chat, so he's definitely getting to listen to one side of it at least. All right, Jack and Wise County, any check-ins for the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net? Come with your call now. All right, I didn't hear anybody, and I think that brings me to the end of the list of counties. So I'm going to give a general call. If there's anybody that can hear me that would wish to check in to the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net, come with your call now.
Relay.
Kilo India 5, Juliet, Romeo, Papa.
0 Delta Bravo Juliet, short time.
November 5, Golf, November, Tango.
Ooh, they were coming pretty quick there. I didn't expect there to be that many. First station, I got JRP, but I didn't catch the first part of the call. Try it one more time.
Roger, roger. No biggie. Kilo India 5, Juliet Romeo Papa, over here in Parker County, Hudson Oaks, just behind HEB.
I know right where that is. I stopped in there coming back from Weatherford the other day. That is KI5JRP. And then I picked up Jim. That's KB0DBJ. He's short time. I guess he's down there in the Mansfield area. And then the next station I'm pretty sure is N5 Golf November Tango. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, that is correct. Name is Jim. Actually, I live in Plantersville, Texas. I'm up here visiting my son. I'm visiting the station of KI5JRP.
Well, hey, good deal. We like those check-ins over there. And yeah, thanks for checking into the net. And yeah, certainly welcome to the North Texas area.
Thank you very much.
All right, any station, anywhere. Let's give it another try. North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Come with your call now.
Whiskey Zulu 5 Tango X-ray. Bell.
All right, picked up Whiskey Zulu 5 Tango X-ray. Tell me your name and location.
Yeah, Roger. Name here is Tyler, and we are here in West Fort Worth. WZ5TX. Thanks for letting me get in there.
Well, good deal, Tyler. Thanks for stopping by, and glad we got you in the log. Yeah, that sounds really familiar. You're the guy with the repeaters, so thank you for the use of the repeaters for the Simplex net. That would have come to me here in a minute, but yeah, glad to have you here in Tarrant County. And I think there was one more station in there, but I wasn't quick enough to get it written down.
So, Golf 5 Hotel Tango Hotel.
All right, that was KG5 Hotel Tango Hotel. And I think that's Phil and Morgan Mill. You were about an S3 or 4 on me, but perfectly readable, so we're glad we got you in the log. Any other stations, anywhere?
Kilo Juliet 5, Mike Alpha.
Whiskey Delta 5, Mike, David, Cook County Remote Base.
All right, picked up KJ5MA, I believe that's Mac, over there in Aledo, and then the world-famous WD5M with the Cook County Remote Base. Thank you for checking in. Have you heard anybody that I've missed this evening, Dave?
Distant or low signal stations that I thought I was hearing, but I wasn't pulling out any call sign.
Well, hey, we do appreciate it anyway. In fact, Tiffany, if I could get you to give a general call out to the west, maybe we can grab some of those. KE5NGM NXR. If you don't mind doing me a favor, we'll go from there.
Roger, but first, did you get KI5UXF a moment ago?
Don't think I did. KI5UXF. Remind me of his name and location.
That's Gary in Alvord.
I appreciate you bringing him in there, Tiffany, and I'm going to turn it over to you for a general call.
All right, this is KI5NXR, assisting net control for the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Any stations south and west of Parker County? If you can hear me, please come with your call sign now.
Foxtrot 5, Victor, Sierra, Papa, Eastland County. SAI 5VU, I'm not hearing anything if you want to relay me.
Okay, I got a KE5 station. Would you please repeat the last few digits of your call sign?
Yeah, Mike, I heard him.
Okay, beside the KE5 station that I couldn't hear the end of, I've got KF5VSP, that's our own Mike in Eastland, and I got AI5BU Cam in Eastland also.
All right, Tiffany, I'm glad y'all can hear the echo. I was cheating and turned up the repeater there and got to hear Mike and AI5BU. So thank you, gentlemen, for checking in and putting up with the relay work, but we got you in. Anybody else, Tiffany, that you ran across?
I was just wondering if anyone else could hear the KE5 station. It was just a little bit in the static. Go ahead, Fox Papa Delta.
Yeah, Jerry is trying to check in KF5. I believe it's VPL there in Graham. And the other station, KE5, Yankee Fox, Sweetwater.
All right, we confirm KE5YF, Mike in Sweetwater, AI5BU Cam in Eastland, KF5VBL Jerry in Graham. Back to net control.
Thank you. That's quite the catch. I'm glad we were able to get Sweetwater in there, and then Jerry and Graham. If I had another 10 feet to get over a tree, I think I'd be able to pick you up. I'm working on that, but just hadn't been brave enough to get the Ron 50 up in the air. I actually don't have one at the moment, but that's on the list of stuff to do. There's always something to do. Well, we're going to clear with them, and thank you, Tiffany, for the help. That's KI5NXR. Romy, I'm going to also have you give a last call. N8WWR. Go with it.
Relay.
Oh, hold on. I got a relay.
November 5, Fox Papa Delta. KF5VSP is trying to get our attention.
Mike, go ahead. We will make a special exception. I'm going to turn up the repeater and listen to what you have to say. KE5NGM, go ahead, Mike. I did not.
Okay, I think Mike was just indicating that he's going to keep 5 copy on us. And he wanted to make sure that he was in the log.
And what station was that?
That's KF5VSP.
He had a copy on which station?
He had a copy on me, November 5, Fox Papa Delta. Sorry about that.
Oh, good deal. All right, Fox Papa Delta. Yeah, I got you direct, and Mike, he's breaking the squelch, and I can hear him through the repeater, of course, but yeah, glad y'all are out there, and we do have you in the log. That is N5, Fox Papa Delta. All right, Romy, I'm going to have you give it a whirl for a last call over there.
My pleasure. This is November 8, Whiskey Romeo, making a last call for the North Central Texas Simplex net. Anybody that can hear my voice, if you can hear the sound of my voice and you want to check in, please come now with your call sign phonetically, your name and location. We'd love to have you on the log. N8WWR.
WW5TX, late check-in.
Whiskey Delta 5 India Whiskey, Sean in Decatur.
Alright, I got WW5TX, Matt, by left field. WD5IWW, Sean in Decatur. Anybody else? Well, I'll take those 2 additionals there, Trey, because they were slim earlier in my picking. So, N8WWR, thanks for running the net.
Thanks, Romy, and we're going to clear with N8WWR, and we picked up Whiskey 5 TX. That's Matt over there in Dallas, and then picked up WD5IWW in Decatur. That is Sean in Wise County. All right, Gary, UXY down there in Waxahachie, you want to give one last call on your vertical?
Yeah, I can give you one on the vertical. I can swing the beam around. Kilo 5 Whiskey X-Ray Yankee, Waxahachie, assisting the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Any check-in south of the Metroplex, south or east of the Metroplex? Whiskey, Brady and I didn't get anybody to come back.
Relay.
Go ahead, relay.
Yeah, I heard Whiskey 5 Alpha, Whiskey through the repeater there, KJ5MA.
And I think that's Brady down there in McLennan County. I'm going to turn down my squelch and see if I can pick him up direct. Brady, you want to try that one more time? Well, somebody was breaking the squelch, so I'm going to call that... that gets us to 60 check-ins, so I'm going to count that. Anybody, or thank you, Gary, down there in Waxahachie for putting the call out. We got Ed McLennan County, and I am going to move us along to the next portion of the net. Would there anybody out there that would like to take this opportunity to make a call to any other stations that they've heard on the net? Come with your call now.
KI5NXR.
Well, I was hoping we'd at least get one. Tiffany, you fit the bill there. KI5NXR. The frequency is yours.
Thank you, Trey. KD59EPV. How copy KI5NXR? Nothing heard. Back to net.
Well, hey, you gave it a shot there, Tiffany, so that's what counts. Anybody else want to make a call? I know somebody else wants to, surely.
WW5TX.
All right, WW5TX, the frequency is yours.
Hey, I appreciate it, Trey. I guess since you're net control, I can talk to you. I'm just going to do a general call if that's okay. I'd like to try to see anybody that's, guessing 50 miles out of range of the love field area. Particularly, I was curious if there's anyone down in the Granbury, Acton type area that might get a copy. I'll be listening.
Kilo India KI-5, Hotel X-Ray Kilo. I commute to Love Field. I happen to know it's 50 miles from my house.
All right. Well, I got one taker, so appreciate you letting me have the frequency here for a moment. Hope everyone listening in has a great weekend. It's 73 to all. Thank you, Trey. Back to net.
Thank you, and I got you a solid S6, perfectly copyable, and I am probably 2 miles farther west than Keith, so that's a bit of a haul. All right, we're going to clear with Whiskey 5 TX, and I'm going to see if anybody else would like to make a call. Okay, I think it's an Oscar Sierra station. I just caught the last part of it. Is that correct? And if so, go ahead with your call.
Richard? Nothing heard. Kilo India 5, Oscar Sierra, back to net control.
And I should know Richard's call sign. He was calling you, and I don't think he quite made it through, but I'll check in with you anyway. RHI, I believe.
Roger, Roger. It's KF5 RHI.
Yeah, atmosphere is just not working this evening for us. All right, with that, this is KE5NGM, net control for the evening for the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Do we have anybody else that would like to use the frequency?
I'll go TXL.
N5 TXL, go ahead. Frequency is yours.
Thank you. November 5, Golf November Tango. Here's November 5, Tango X-Ray Lima. Do you copy? Well, I suppose not. He already done turned the radio off. All right, Trey, figured I'd holler over there and see if I'd say hi, but thanks for the net. Back to net control in 5 TXL.
Well, good deal, Jason. Yeah, we'll see if we have any other takers on wanting to use the frequency.
HXK.
Keith, HXK, go ahead.
I would like to make a general call outside the immediate Tarrant County, and just to get some ideas of how far I'm going. There was a station from Ellis before the net, and I'm curious if he's reading me the same. Well, I've heard 2 stations breaking squelch, but I couldn't make out either one. Thank you for trying. KI5HXK, return to net control.
All right, Keith, I didn't hear anything either, so you weren't doing any worse than me, so we're going to clear with Keith, KI5HXK, and any other stations want to make a general call or anything to that nature.
KI5CQH.
there's Chuck, KI5CQH. We're going to get you checked in, and would you like to use the frequency to make any calls?
No, I got no calls. I just was listening and thought I'd join in with everybody else.
Well, good deal, Chuck. You're over there, I think, in the kind of northwest portion of the county. I know by day you're in River Oaks, but I think you're up closer to the Eagle Mountain area. Remind me.
Yes, sir, off Boat Club, close to 10 Mile Bridge, right there.
Well, all right. Thanks for stopping by. I am going to open it up to any section, check-ins. If you want to use the frequency, I'll even take announcements, sale listings, anything you've got, come with it now, or come with your call now.
Relay, November 5, Fox Papa Delta.
Fox Papa Delta, you got a relay for us. Go ahead.
Jerry's wanting to make a call, I believe. This KF5 VBL.
Well, VBL, if you can hear me, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jerry, and make your call. Okay, you must have your beam pointed a little bit away from me. You're not real strong this evening. KF5 BSP, are you still on frequency, Mike? Jerry, I was copying him earlier, but I don't have a copy on him now.
Well, I appreciate your help anyway. Sorry we didn't get him in there.
Okay, back to net control, N5 NP.
All right, with that, I am going to give it one last call for check-ins, all portions of the net, and then if I don't get anybody, then we'll close it up for the evening.
KB5RM.
KB5RM. All right, how are things with you this evening?
Fine and dandy. Thank you so much for taking me. Really late tonight, but it's good to hear you, even just for a few minutes. You got a good signal, as does everybody that I've heard. In about 3 minutes I've been copying. So back to net, KB5RM.
Well, thank you, Les. I've got you at 40 over as well. So any other last calls, late check-ins, anything, go with your call now.
I think somebody made a double with Les. Was somebody in there trying to check in? We got you in there, K5WRR. We appreciate you checking in from Collin County. Got a great signal in the grapevine. I don't know if net control can hear you, but thanks for stopping by, Bob. We appreciate you, my man. Back to net, Trey, NAW Bear.
Thank you, Romy. And he breaks squelch, but doesn't quite make it. All right, last call. This is it. KE5NGM for the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net. Come with your call now.
And you know what? I messed up. Bob, did you want to make a call or something? Test out your station? And my apologies for that. I was just thinking you were trying to check in. Bob's trying to make a general call. K5WRR in Plano, I believe. Anyone near Bob, respond to him. NAW. unfortunately, Bob, I think a lot of people have gone QRT or QSY because I hear you finding grapevine, and there's a couple stations between me and you. So you got a heck of a setup. Whatever you're doing, you're sounding great over here, west side of the airport. So keep doing what you're doing. Back to net control, NAWWR.
Thank you, Romy. Thank you, Bob. And yeah, I think I've run everybody off. I'm going to take that as a call that we need to close the net for the evening. I do appreciate all the relays help, Tiffany for running NetLogger, and Mike for letting me run things this evening. I think I've got 60 check-ins, so not terrible, but not great either. So I'll take that, though. All right, everybody have a nice weekend. Try to stay cool, and the North Central Texas 2-meter Simplex net is closed, and I am going to return this frequency to normal amateur use. KE5 NGM clear for now.
Nice net, Trey. Thanks. And TXO.
Awesome job, Trey and Tiffany. Thanks for running the net.
Great job, Trey, and all the relay station. Have a wonderful weekend. WI5MRW.
Great job, Trey. KI5NXR.
Great net tonight, guys. Awesome signal here in North Fort Worth, KJ5AJO.
Thank you, Tiffany, for logging. Thank you, Gary and remote base there, and Wiley and the other relays. Appreciate you. Hey, Trey, this beats my 7 check-ins from last night on 6-shooter, but that 7 check-ins beats your 3 from there the other month, so. NAWWR.
Yeah, that was kind of rough. And then the 220 net, I didn't realize that it had kind of taken a turn. I'm going to try to get to be more of a regular, but I just couldn't make it to the radio last night, so I missed the 6-shooter, the 220, the whole thing. But I'll be back next week, hopefully. KE5NGM. Thanks again, everybody.
And Matt LTZ was net control, and he always uses NetLogger. I think he was using NetLogger, but he never started the net, I'm assuming, because I kept checking to follow it. It never went live. I never asked him, so I don't know. All right, NAWWR.
Hey, Trey, just out of curiosity, can I get a signal report? I'm beaming straight at you with the beam, and then I'll try with the vertical, and you tell me the difference. The beam is running 80 watts. The vertical's only running 50.
You are a solid S9 on that radio.
Okay, Trey, this is the vertical, the Anytone tri-band running 50 watts on VHF.
I'm going to say that's a S7.5. Slightly lower, but not, I mean, it's like one little tick at the display in resolution.
The beam was a little better.
Okay, and I did copy Mike once or twice with the beam pointing west.
You've got a good perch down there. There's some. You get some direct paths that just fly right over the top of me.
No, I'm in a hole. I'm about 50 feet lower than the intersection up just south of me. I need to get some more height, and that's going to come. It's just too damn hot right now to do anything.
Top in the YouTube chat said that it was 75 degrees where he is. I told him it was 75 plus 28 to 30 here.
Yeah, it's really, really bad. Unfortunately, I'm a poor boy and I work in an unair-conditioned warehouse, so, don't tell me about the heat.
I bet that just cooks it out of you. Whew. Yeah, I admire you for doing that.
I don't. I mean, it is what it is. And by the way, according to QRZ, we're 36.5 miles apart. And at Mahia station, I'm 56.9, I think it was.
That's a haul for me. I'm amazed that I can even hear Keith down there in Mahia, even every once in a while. I'll consider myself fortunate.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how much interaction I got between this beam and this vertical, because I had it side mounted on the side of the tower about 10 feet lower than it was, and I had it pointed towards Mike. But this past weekend I climbed up the tower and put it on the mast so I could rotate it. But I mean, it's there's probably only 5 or 6 feet between the 20-meter beam, which is horizontally polarized, and the vertical, which is vertically polarized. And I shoehorned the beam between the two, so I know that the 20-meter beam being horizontally polarized is not affecting the 20-meter beam is not affecting the 2-meter beam because of the difference in polarization. But I'm not sure how much interaction I got between the beam and the vertical.
I tell you what, let's do a test. I'm going to shut the amp off, and I'll hit you with 15 watts, and we'll see if you can tell a difference. I mean, I know you're going to be able to tell a difference, but at least it'll give you something to check between the two antennas. 1 second. KE5 NGM at 15 watts.
Well, I'm copying you. Maybe the Yaesu meter is a little stingier. The Anytone meter had more bars on it than the Yaesu, but I was copying you on both radios.
Well, hey, that's not bad, and that's my good direction, so I'll give that the credit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about these meters. Like I said, the Yaesu is not showing as many bars as the Anytone tri-bander, but I'm pointed right at you with the beam. The Anytone has the vertical on it, but the feed line for the Anytone, once I get past the jumper, is a half-inch hard line, so that may make the difference.
Funny you should mention that. Like you said, it's been a little warm, but I've had for about a year now some half-inch hard line I've been meaning to hook up to my antenna, but just haven't had a chance to get all that in order.
Well, if you need some help, I'm more than willing to help. I've got a climbing harness and gin pole and rope and whatever you need.
I think you got more than I need. This is a push-up pole, so but hey, you never know when a illegal city antenna will show up.
Well, that's the one nice thing about being in an unincorporated county. They don't tell you what you can and can't do.
And Gary, that goes both ways. As much as I wanted to moan and complain about last year, if you ever need any help over there, you know my number. NEWWR.
Oh, I know, Romy. I know. I never doubted that.
It's just the way I am, you know. I tell it like it is, and it rubs people sometimes the wrong way. But yeah, man. I mean, we were there all day. We got there 8 in the morning, left at 2. It was kind of an S show, but we got it done.
Well, you know, I'm pretty much the same way. I'm very direct. I'm very to the point. And some people get butt hurt, you know, because I call it like I see it, you know, and doesn't mean I don't like you. I just call it like I see it, and like I said, some people don't like that. It's kind of I kind of like to compare it to the way parents treat kids these days. They sign them up for Little League baseball, and let's say they come in last place, but they get a participation trophy. And I think we're giving kids the wrong idea. If you're not first, second, or third, you don't get a trophy. Too bad. Too sad.
Well, see, see, the problem is they've been doing that for a number of years now under the radar, and those kids are now like becoming adults, and they think that everyone should be a winner, and that's not the way life works.
Yeah, don't you and I both know it? So I'm on the beam. I'm pointing northwest towards Trey. I guess you're north of me, right? Let me pull you up in QRZ. If I can remember your call, it changes quite often.
Oh, come on. I've only had 3 calls my entire life, and the one was for 2 weeks back 7 years ago. But, yeah, I'm up west side of the airport.
Yeah, but I can't remember your call.
November 8, Whiskey Romeo.
Let me pull up details and see which way to point the beam and how far you are. You're 34.5 miles, and I should be at 329.5, and I'm at 288. So let me swing up a little bit and see if it makes a difference. Coming around, moving out.
Yeah, you need to go back slightly west a little bit or whatever, a little bit slightly northwest, because where I pop that coordinate on QRZ, because I got a PO box, I didn't pop that coordinate exactly where the house is. I got that coordinate like sitting right on State Highway 360. But yeah, I could tell when you went past me, and then you stopped you went to like 20 over S9, and then you dropped back down to like just S9 plus 10.
All right, I'm at 320 degrees.
Yeah, like 20 over S9 there, man.
Okay, here's the vertical at 50 watts.
Give me the vertical again. I'm sorry.
Here's the vertical at 50 watts on the anytone.
And go back to the other one.
Okay, here's the Yaesu and the beam and 80 watts.
Yeah, they're both 20 over, but they got a different sound to them. That's interesting. That vertical is gonna be 20 over too. You got some height over there. I figure you're up on a hill, right?
Negative. I'm in a hole. I'm in a bowl.
But you make up for it with tower height, though.
Yeah, but Romy, it's what, 60 feet? I want to go higher. I want to take that tower down. You know, that leaning tower of Waxahachie, because you know the story that it was knocked over and I put it back up. It's got a banana shape to it, so I want to replace it. And I've also got the start of the, you saw the base, the 10-foot section of the Round 45 that's been sitting there since, what, 2017?
Yeah, but you're all kind of like wide open spaces kind of deal, so that probably helps you out a lot, right?
Yeah, but I'm still in a really low spot. If you go, you know, when you leave my place and you're trying to go up the highway, you get up to that hill, it's literally about 50 feet higher than what I am.
Yeah, Roger. It's kind of wild how these Yaggies, you know, I always thought that they were going to, you know, outperform a vertical by leaps and bounds, and they sometimes do, and then sometimes they're not that impressive. So, I don't know. Well, Gary, appreciate you, my man, and take it easy. Try and stay cool. NAWWR.
All right.
And your overtime starts at 40 hours, or does it start at 8 hours per day?
No, it starts at 40 hours, so it ain't that way. But even taking Monday off, I'll have 40 hours, 14, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and 8 hours on Saturday. So 8 hours on Saturday will be overtime, 40 hours, straight time, and 8 hours of PTO. Really weird. They tell us we got to take PTO in 4-hour or 8-hour increments. Used to be you could
reminding me of my days at the Ohio Crankshaft Company with the accrued